of the morning to you, laddies.
My name is Jeff.
And you're watching The Never Show. Yes, the only show with lemon-scented limes, lest I forget. And the only show with a supernatural, super awesome third eye. I mean, why ask why? Why wouldn't you want a third eye? And it's Wednesday again. And you know what that means. We review the movies. Yay! So let's get right into that. And today's movie is, oh God, The Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature. More like overwritten by nature. Mommy, why is the squirrel purple? I mean, all the other characters are naturally colored. But, you know, the male lead character, he sticks out like a sore thumb. It's a PG-13 movie. It's an hour and 31 minutes of my life I will never see again. Directed by Cal Brunker. Co-written by Bob Barlin and our director, Cal Brunker, with Scott Bitterly. And Peter Lepens is the guy who originally wrote the original cast of characters for this whole nonsense. Now, if you remember, I did pass on the first Nut Job movie because it was cliche and lame. So, you know, you're not getting a good review here, but folks. I think you have to dislike things every now and again, and I literally had no interest in this movie. Will Arnett is as
surly.
Why was he purple? I don't understand. Catherine Hegel is Andy. Maya Rudolph is Precious. Jackie Chan. I'm guessing he did not spend his money well because he's doing another one of these little voiceover movies. That or he's getting too old to do the action stunts. I just don't understand what his motivation was in this movie. As Mr. Fang, Isabel Monitor as Heather, Peter Storms as Gunther, Bobby Canolaus as Frankie, Bonnie Moynihan as the mayor, Jeff Dunham as the mole. Oh, geez, Jeff, you're in this too? Jeff Dunham! I mean, Gabriel Iglesias as the voice of Jimmy. Fluffy, why were you in this movie? Sebastian Macallo as Johnny. Tom Kent as Buddy. Karen Walham as Jimmy. Rob Tinker as Redline. And Julia Newmax as Little Chip. That's our cast. Nobody really stood out. You know, and the only thing that really didn't really work with me is, you know, Buddy nearly dies in the movie. And then they start talking about all the great things that him and Surly did together. And I'm like, why are we not watching this movie? Production companies were Toolbox Entertainment, Red Over Company Limited, Gulfstream Pictures, Shanghai Toon Game Technology Company, and our good old distributor here in the United States of America. That sounded real weak today. Open Road Films. Where do I start on this movie? I mean, seriously. One, I think we've seen this movie before. It was called Over the Hedge. We need to stop reprising old scripts and changing names and stuff. Basically, if you've seen Over the Hedge, you're going to see this movie. Sorry, dying there. It had a great audio score. I love the audio score. That was one of the few charming moments of this. Otherwise, there was a lot of jokes that just fell flat. It just didn't make sense. What squirrel would wish for rabies? And why was he purple? I mean, seriously. I blame furries for this, and I'm a furry, and I take full freaking credit for this. Purple squirrels are a product of the furry, a byproduct of furriness. Just to be honest with you, this is what we call in the business a straight to VHS kind of thing. And for kids, if you don't know what VHS things were, they were this black box. There was magnetic tape inside, and you put it in a VHS player. It's like a DVD. And if you don't know what a DVD is, go Google it now. Just pause the video. Google it now. Okay? It was great. Best hour and 30 minutes of half asleep that I've ever enjoyed. And no, I'm not getting old. It's just the sugar rushes aren't kicking in like they used to. Maybe the gummy bears just ain't, but maybe I should have skipped the organic, low-carb gummy bears, There's not much to say about this movie. It's cliched, it's hackney. I don't really have, where do I want you to go? Where can I take you vocally and visually to explain this movie? I don't know. It's just really problematic for me. It's visually beautiful, and it's got a good soundtrack, but the story just lacks. And every time I say this, you have to build out the characters. When you talk about things that happened in the past, give us like this short visual blurb of it. Build out the characters. Make us want to love them. One character almost dies and is in a coma, so they say. But they talk about all the cool things they did together, and none of it is seen. It's just them crying over this character. And I would be more inclined to feel something for this character if you showed all these funny things. I don't know what else to say here. I'm at a loss for words for this. If you paid for real D3D, you overpaid. Just seriously. I really await to see what CinemaSins thinks about this. Just to be honest. I hated it, so they must be able to pick this thing apart 9 ways from Sunday. The funniest thing I found in this was the father in the movie goes, "Honey, I got a lead foot, so buckle up." And I'm like, gee, that's hilarious. Child endangerment. And that was my biggest laugh of the movie. Just to be honest with you. Okay, let's go over it. Definite TV watch, because damn, they got to make the money back on this thing somehow. I mean, FX has the movies, right? Do I see this as a DVD buy? No, because I passed on the first one. I'm passing on this one again. Please stop making bad sequels. Do I see this as a theater rewatch? Hell no. I got better movies to fillet than this. I mean, we're getting into the fall. We're getting into the fall dumping ground. This is where the movies that weren't good enough for summer go to the theaters to die.
Find out, Dad, thy person over there.
Even if I could afford it, because, basically we're in the ad apocalypse, Jake Paul Mageddon, whatever with YouTube right now. And I'm just so tired of this. I mean, I just wish they'd figure out what's going on and fix it so we all can get back to making good quality videos and not be fighting about all this nonsense on YouTube. If you like what you see in here, please click that like button. I mean, seriously. One like and you will make my day. You will tell me that I've done good. You will give me that serious pat on the head and rub on the belly that I need to get back up and do more videos. Remember, all comments are 100% guaranteed response. Just don't pull my chain. I can smell lies like farts in a smart car. And if you want to see more of this nonsense, please click that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!